I am so excited that you've joined me for this video today. If you clicked on the title, "Is your wife still in love with you?" then I think you're going to find this video very helpful and maybe even a bit of an eye-opener. If your wife wasn't here tomorrow, would you wish you'd hugged her one more time? Now, before you get upset with me, hear me out. I will be talking to husbands and wives. A few weeks ago, I made a video about intimacy after 70, and thousands of people watched it. In fact, 156,000 to be exact. This made it very clear to me that this was a subject that was not spoken about enough and definitely needed to be addressed. Hundreds of comments came from men saying almost exactly the same thing. My wife never hugs me anymore. She never wants to hold my hand. There's no affection in our marriage anymore. Reading those comments made me so sad. Not because I think those men are bad husbands, but because I wondered if many of them had never been shown what their wives might actually be feeling. So today I'm not taking sides. I'm simply asking some honest questions that might just change your marriage. This is not why wives stop loving their husbands. This is what might your wife be trying to tell you without actually saying the words. If you're serious about this, I'm going to be asking you some questions, which I will put in the description box for you. And here goes. Question number 1. When was the last time you listened to your wife without trying to solve her problem? Most women don't want their problem solved. They just want to be heard. Question number 2. When was the last time you thanked her for something she does every day? Cooking, cleaning, looking after children or grandchildren, shopping, managing the home. Sometimes those jobs become invisible to others, but they make up a big part of your wife's life. Question number 3. Do you only become affectionate when you're hoping intimacy will follow? I know that can be a difficult question, but it's an important one. A hug that always has an expectation of affection is not a hug to your wife. When last did you hold her hand? Not in bed, not because you wanted something, just because she's your wife. Question number 5. Do you still notice her? Do you tell her that she looks lovely? Do you notice her new haircut, her new outfit? Or do you notice the effort she made? We all just want to be seen. Question number 6. When did you last make her laugh? Couples seem to have stopped laughing together, and that is when the emotional distance begins. Number 7. Do you still date your wife? You dated her before you married her. Why did you stop? Something as simple as going out for a cup of coffee or a walk or even watching a sunset together. It costs you nothing. Number 8. When was the last time you apologized to your wife? Not saying I'm sorry that what I said upset you. Saying I was wrong. Number 9. Have you asked your wife how she's coping with being the age she is? You know, at this age she's dealing with a lot of things. Menopause, medication issues, changes in her body that are difficult. Maybe that lack of affection is because she doesn't feel as comfortable in her skin as she did before. And question number 10. Does your wife feel emotionally safe with you? Can she cry openly? Can she disagree with you without you becoming defensive? Can she tell you she's lonely? Whether it be in your relationship or in her personal life. Can she tell you she's frightened without feeling like she's overreacting? If she has emotional safety with you, it will lead to physical closeness. Now, ladies, if you're watching, this isn't about saying every problem in a marriage is our husband's fault. I know we sometimes like to think it is, but we know it isn't. There are many wonderful husbands who feel lonely too. There are wives who have shut their husbands out completely. Marriage is never about one person's responsibility. But if just one husband is watching today and decides to hug his wife, tell her she's beautiful, thank her for everything she does, or simply ask, how are you really feeling today? Then perhaps one marriage becomes just a little bit warmer today. And wouldn't that be worth it? Now, gentlemen, I'm going to end with 10 small things your wife will probably love, and I can guarantee you that your relationship will improve. I'll put them in the description box as well. Hold her hand. Hug her without expecting anything. Tell her she's beautiful. Help without being asked. Say thank you. Make her a cup of tea or coffee unexpectedly. Ask her about her day, even though you know that yours is probably more important. Put your phone down when she's talking to you. Don't put it on hold in your lap, waiting to pick it up again. Actually, put it down and listen to her. Tell her that you're proud of her and you're proud of everything that she does. And if it's part of your life, pray together. Before I finish, I'd like to leave you with one final question. If your wife wasn't here tomorrow, would you wish you'd hugged her one more time? Held her hand just a little bit longer? Said I love you just one more time? None of us knows how many tomorrows we have. If you're blessed enough to still have your wife beside you, don't wait for a special occasion. Love her today. I'd love to hear from both husbands and wives in the comments. You know, we all have our own stories that we're living and journeys that we're walking, and we can learn so much from each other. I speak not as an expert on the subject or as a professional, but as somebody who has had an unhappy 28-year marriage, and I now have the blessing of a happy marriage. And during all those years, I've had enough time to see what works and what doesn't work. I had 28 years to see what doesn't work. And not blaming my husband only, I'm blaming myself as well. And those mistakes I made, I have not brought into my second marriage. And maybe that's one of the reasons that I have a successful marriage. So I only speak from my own experience and not from a professional standpoint. As always, I send you warm hugs. Until next time, bye for now.